Hey guys, Steve here from Top Guns out of Terre Haute, Indiana. Today we're going to take a few minutes and talk a little bit about why sometimes when we're maybe at a gun shop looking at a new gun and we can't effectively work the slide stop, slide release, slide lock as often referred to, why is it so hard sometimes when we're at a gun shop to operate that on an empty firearm? So we're going to take just a minute and explain that for you. All right, so for today's purposes, I've grabbed a VP9 made by HK, and in this case, this is the lever that we're talking about that's going to release this slide to go forward. And often we'll see people struggle with pushing that down and on different types of firearms, and they say, well, this one's too hard for me to operate. This is not a good gun for me to have. Well, the reality is you will never be in a real world scenario pushing that down on an empty magazine. It's not really the way that works. So what happens is the reason the slide is locked open is because it has hit an empty magazine, and what causes that is the magazine, if you notice here, has a little lip. All these different magazines are going to have a little lip here, and that lip is what pushes up on the slide lock or slide stop, slide lever, this piece right here. So what happens is, now watch as I push, there's no magazine in this gun. As I push back, it goes down. It always wants to be in the down position because there's a spring there that is pushing it downward, so that this thing is going to always function properly as it is intended to do until it hits an empty mag. When I put an empty mag in it, this little lip here, which is only present when the magazine is empty, so what happens is when there's bullets in there, that lip is not exposed. Okay, once the last bullet is fired, that lip is now exposed, and it's going to put some upward pressure. You can see it move. See it move? Right there. Once again, I'm going to snap it in. Here it goes. It pushed it up. Now watch what happens if you were firing and you pull the trigger, the last round goes off, the slide goes back. Now watch that once again. And it pushes up and locks that slide open, and that's so you can reload a little bit quicker. All right, so as you saw the empty magazine push up on the lever, causing the slide to lock back. And now what we're going to talk about is how we do use that effectively. But I do want to also point out that in some schools, when you're going through training, they're going to teach you not to really use that lever at all. Instead, they're going to suggest that you use larger motor skills so that you're not getting caught up in the fine motor skills and not able to operate the firearm. Anytime we're under stress and we have that adrenaline spike, we want to use larger groups of muscles if possible. Having said that, for those of you that do want to use this lever, let me explain to you how that works. If you don't have that empty pushing up on it, it is going to go forward a whole lot easier. And so that's going to happen under one or two scenarios. Either A, there's no mag in it and it's empty, or B, you have a loaded mag, which now makes that lip no longer exposed, which again means there's no upward pressure on this lever, causing it to stay locked open. Often after we've shot a while, even that gets loosened up and you could slide it forward on an empty mag. Some guns come from the factory that way as well. I hope today's quick tip has helped you understand a little more about how your gun functions. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to post down below. Take care.